Hey everybody, welcome to Lesser States Discord, the show that has a host that finally remembered to pee so he doesn't have to go to one of his co-hosts into reading an article so he can walk away for a second. Hey everybody, how's it going?
That's nothing to be celebrated.
What, that I finally remembered to pee beforehand?
Yeah, most people don't need to be reminded to do shit like that.
Well, sometimes I don't have to go, and then all of a sudden the show starts and I get a little nervous. And I have to pee.
Just get up and say you had to take a piss. Stop being a bitch about it.
No, I like to keep the curtain down sometimes.
Sometimes I don't even announce when I'm taking a piss, I just walk away.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're just kind of there. Thanks, Cass. Thanks for being proud of me. See, that's the kind of support I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm fine with people not noticing my absence.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I just don't want people getting attached to me. It's awkward.
Oh, that's fun. Comes with the territory.
So yeah, another Friday.
Yeah.
People are here.
Yep. We've got some stuff lined up. Should be pretty interesting. So many people here at the start. This is weird.
Oh, we have 5 people.
Yeah, usually we don't get 5 until we're like 3 or 4 articles in.
You always miss me when I leave. Skull flattery is not one of your strong suits.
No. You're pretty bad at it. Doesn't mean we don't love you.
What do you mean 4 minutes and we're already arguing? Sometimes we're arguing before the stream even starts.
Yeah. You should have heard our discussion about cheese.
We're not getting into that right now.
Yeah, we'll do that. We got something at the end of the show about that.
And now that song's in my head. God damn you, crap.
Yeah. I had another plan if I could get my soundboard to work, but for the tagline. But anyways, let's talk about how we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Just
Starting off on a
abandoning
high
hope
note
early.
here. Well, no. Just the potential of how we're all gonna die. And then we'll get into you guys wanting this to actually happen. So
I'm sure you can ask him more about it after the show, Puff.
We'll sort it out later.
yeah. So Rimshee, if you can pull that up.
All right. I'll get to it. Don't
try
have
to
to
do a
remind
nice
me
little
every 6
segue.
months.
6 months? We have to remind you every fucking week.
Enormous, potentially hazardous asteroid to soar past Earth tomorrow. NASA is keeping a watchful eye on an asteroid that will make a knee-wobbling close pass of Earth on yesterday. Space rock 2008 AG-33 is up to 2,560 feet long, making it twice the size of the Empire State Building.
That's a good-sized rock.
Yeah. Luckily, it's expected to scorch past at a safe distance and poses no threat to our planet. Boo.
So we don't have to mobilize Bruce Willis and Billy Bob Thornton yet.
No, not yet. According to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the rock is traveling at 23,300 miles per hour, 13 times faster than a bullet. For those of you that use the metric system, figure it out. It'll zip within about 2 million miles of Earth, a stone's throw in space terms. Oh, okay. So it wasn't even that fucking close.
Yeah. They're always just like, oh, it's so close, sir. It's like 90 trillion goddamn miles away. It's like, oh.
You mean we can easily see it in virtually real time? That's what you mean when you say it's close.
It's like, it's close in relativistic terms. Don't pull that scientific jargon with me, asshole.
Oh, I saw one article that I decided to skip over because it was talking about are like Uranus and Saturn going to collide, and it was just talking about how like the planets are lining up and shit like that. It's like, calm the fuck down.
It's like, somebody doesn't know how planets work.
Yeah.
Honestly, when it comes to distance to Earth, wake me up when it's closer than 240 miles, 240,000 miles to Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it's passing us like within the moon's orbit, then maybe I'll start paying attention. But
or just outside of it.
Yeah. How far away is the moon?
238,900 miles.
Oh, okay. So.
Also, in cosmic terms, pretty goddamn close.
Yeah.
We're not to butt with the moon in cosmic terms.
Wake me up when it's about 500,000 miles that it's passing.
Wake me up when it's getting ready to impact the moon.
Yeah.
Stuff impacts the moon all the time. No one cares. We don't even see most of it because it hits the other side.
Any fast-moving object that comes within 4.65 million miles of us is considered potentially hazardous by cautious space organization. Why? Why is it potentially hazardous? Is that...
Probably because it starts to get within the realm of it could, if it ends up within a certain square, we already know it's going to make a circuit all the way back around the whatever its orbit is, and then it could potentially be within the striking area.
Well, I hope this thing gets slingshot around the sun back to us. See what happens.
Yeah, Skull, like, most of the shit that, like, gets flung our way either burns up in the atmosphere, or by the time it does impact the surface, it's usually, like, basketball size or smaller.
Yeah, also, keep in mind, the chances of it hitting, like, actual ground is, it's pretty impressive. There's a lot of ocean out there.
Most impactors are more likely to land in the ocean just by sheer surface area.
Yeah.
You know, even the one that wiped out the dinosaurs, it hit in the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the time it does, it'll create a lot of damage, but, like...
Yeah.
Also, the chances of it hitting, like, a city or something like that, nearly impossible.
Really, we're kind of fortunate in a lot of ways because we have a super awesome planetary big brother out there.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
The failed sun, so he just protects us.
Most, like, stray asteroids or comets that come into the solar system usually get attracted to Jupiter's gravity and either get pulled into Jupiter itself or it just throws them out of the solar system again.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the solar system's bouncer.
Pretty cool. Don't tell Christian apologists that. They might start using it as evidence.
What, am I being too optimistic for you there, Bar?
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe he was having a good
Contrary-
bar. Don't shit on him.
Contrary to popular belief, I am not a pessimist. I am a cynic, but I'm not a pessimist.
Yeah. Let's see. Thursday's asteroid was discovered in January 2008 by asteroid surveyors at the Mount Lemmon Sky Center Observatory in Arizona. Its last pass of Earth was in March 2015, so it's passed it multiple times.
I never said I had a heart, Skull. I just said that I'm not a pessimist. There are plenty of psychopaths that aren't pessimists.
E before the S and does there, Skull. The asteroid passes our planet during its orbit of the sun roughly once every 7 years. Okay, so it's just doing its thing.
Yeah.
Is it getting closer? Because that might be a bit of a concern in like 1,000 years.
Yeah, maybe. For the people 1,000 years from now. I couldn't give less of a shit about it.
It's one of the more than 2,000 asteroids, comets, and other NEOs that are being tracked by experts 24/7. They're monitored to provide us with an early warning should a space rock shift into a collision course with our planet. Earth hasn't been an asteroid of apocalyptic scale since the monster that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. However, smaller ones capable of flattening an entire city crash into Earth every so often, into the ocean.
Yeah. I mean, like, there is a big-ass crater in fucking Arizona where one came down.
Yeah, this one's a rock a few hundred meters across. Okay, why are you using Imperial? Now all of a sudden you're talking about meters? Get your meters out of here. 800 square...
Yeah.
Devastated 800 square miles. If you're going to use a system, use a system. Jesus Christ, whoever wrote this article. A forest near Tunguska in Siberia on June 30th, 1908. I remember hearing about that one.
Yeah.
Well, I think I think they used meters for the asteroid because that's generally what it's measured in and how they catalog it. So instead of taking the time to do the conversion, the New York Post does what most journalists do and didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the case of the Tunguska event, that one actually didn't impact. It blew up in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that was even more devastating.
Oh yeah, because it caused a massive, like shockwave and airburst effect, kind of like setting off a nuke above a place.
Yeah.
Without the fallout. Well, without the radioactive fallout.
I mean, like, there might be like a bit of like radiation because it's a fucking rock from outer space, but
But not the way most people think of radioactive fallout.
yeah, meteor crater in Arizona, crap.
Yeah, just wait until all the people that are anti-nuclear power find out that everything's nuclear.
That depends on the space rock, Skull. Just to like bring it into perspective, the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs was the size of Mount Everest.
Yeah, I would say the dinosaurs would think that a space rock is a little more dangerous than a nuke.
Like the firestorm from that impact alone probably set half the globe on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
like
only things that survived were small enough to get underneath the Earth.
Yeah, I believe that impact is measured in like trillions of megatons.
I mean, it should be. It's the Gulf of Mexico.
I mean, like, we can still see the impact crater in the Gulf from space to this day.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I'm being slightly hyperbolic. It is not the Gulf of Mexico itself, but it is either right next to it or
the Chicxulub impact. The Chicxulub impactor hit just off of the Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah.
So it would have been a really bad time to be in Mexico like 65 million years ago.
Yeah. I'm pretty much done with that article. It doesn't say anything else. It's just like, scientists constantly look at things that are flying through space. Here's how many scientists do that. Here's why they do it. We get it.
Yeah. Honestly, the Chicxulub crater is fucking insane.
Crab, I don't think you were paying attention there. That asteroid, that one asteroid, led to the dominant class of animals across the entire globe going extinct.
Yeah. And led to an ice age.
Granted, nukes are more likely than an asteroid, because humans stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, did you ever see that scale of, like, the nukes that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the size of the nukes that we have now?
Oh, yeah.
It is frightening.
The most powerful nuclear test ever done by the United States was Castle Bravo, which was actually a bit of an accident. It ended up being way more powerful than they thought it was going to be, due to an error in calculations and not knowing how a certain lithium isotope works. But yeah, Castle Bravo was 15 megatons equivalent. For comparison's sake, the bomb that we dropped on Hiroshima was 15 kilotons.
Yeah.
So 1,000 times more powerful. And then the Russians are like, ha! You think that's big?
Yep. Yeah.
Tsar Bomba, motherfucker.
Radiation or global dust storm, it depends on what you consider. Worse is such a vague term.
Yeah.
No,
like seriously, Skull, like, when they expected Castle Bravo to be like 5 megatons, it ended up being like 3 times more powerful than they thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when it went off, the guys who were at the monitoring stations like closest to it were like, oh shit! That wasn't supposed to happen!
Yeah.
And these are military scientists, so when they're like shitting their pants, you know something's gone terribly wrong.
So, Rimshee, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure.
They found some foreign things that have visited Mars before.
Mm-hmm.
Ingenuity helicopter takes photo of debris field on Mars. There it is, the alien spacecraft. Fuck you, CNN. By the way, I just have to say it because it's saying to sign up for CNN's bullshit.
Yeah.
CNN Plus already failed. You can't fool me.
It didn't even last a month. The Ingenuity
helicopter to buy it for $100 in a waffle maker.
I have a waffle maker around here somewhere. I never use it though.
The Ingenuity helicopter has captured a unique bird's eye perspective of the gear that helped land the Perseverance rover on Mars.
Hey, it was us.
During its 1-year anniversary flight on April 19th, the little... has it really been a year since that landed on Mars?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
We were covering when they were like developing the helicopter they were going to send up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, during its 1-year anniversary flight on April 19th, the little chopper took photos of the stripped parachute used during the Perseverance landing. Often referred to as 7 minutes of terror. Because it happens faster than radio signals can reach Earth from Mars. On February 18th, 2021, it also spotted the cone-shaped back shell that helped protect the rover and Ingenuity on the trip from Earth to Mars and during its fiery plunging descent to the Martian surface. So this is its own... This is what helped it land. This isn't even shit from a previous flight. This is what helped it land.
Mm-hmm.
The engineers working on the Mars sample return program, an ambitious and multi-mission process to return Martian samples collected by Perseverance to Earth by the year 2030, asked if Ingenuity could gather these images during its 26th flight. Studying the components that allowed for a safe landing can help them prepare for future missions to the Red Planet that will require landing and even launching from the Martian surface for the first time. That'll be cool, launching.
Yeah.
NASA extended Ingenuity flight operations to perform pioneer flights such as this, said Teddy. Yeah, I'm not trying. I don't care enough. Ingenuity's team lead at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, in a statement. Every time we're airborne, Ingenuity covers new ground and offers a perspective no previous planetary mission could achieve. Mars Sample Return's reconnaissance request is a perfect example of the utility of aerial platforms on Mars. Like, this thing was only designed for a couple of flights, just like test flights, and now it's, fuck it, let's use it to zoom around the planet.
I mean, it's up there, why not?
Well, that's generally what they end up doing with this stuff. They finish the mission and they're like, alright, it's still up there, what else can we do with it? It still runs. That's why a lot of these rovers either run well past their stated mission goal, or don't finish their stated mission goal. And it's usually, in either case, dies because of some stupid hardware issue or in dust storms or something like that, and it's just...
Yeah, didn't we cover the death of a rover? Its last words were like, goodbye everybody, or some shit like that? It was real sad.
Yeah.
We did one where, like, I know we did one where a rover got its solar panels cleaned by a dust devil.
No, they were hoping they would get cleaned by a dust devil.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah, it died out because its solar panels were covered.
Yeah, It's getting dark. It was something like...
Oh, yeah, it's getting dark. Yeah.
It's like, why would you do that?
Why would you program it for that, you fucking monsters?
Well,
why was I programmed to feel pain?
Yeah, that's what it was. It's getting dark. It was the saddest thing.
Like, it wasn't that exactly, but it translated pretty closely.
Hold on.
And we're fucking humans. We like to be absolute idiots and anthropomorphize anything we've grown an attachment to.
Yeah, no, it was my battery is low and it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Oh. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I would love to find out that they took the time to fly this thing over to that rover.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. During entry, descent, and landing, the spacecraft faces scorching temperatures and gravitational forces as it plunges into the Martian atmosphere at almost 12,500 miles per hour, or 20,000 kilometers per hour for you non-Imperials. Previously, we've only seen images of the discarded landing gear from a rover's perspective, like an image taken by Perseverance showing the parachute and back shell from a distance. Aerial images, captured for the first time by Ingenuity from 26 feet, or 8 meters in the air, provide more detail. Perseverance had the best documented Mars landing in history, with cameras showing everything from parachute inflation to touchdown, said Ian Clark, former Perseverance systems engineer and current Mars sample return ascent phase leader at JPL in a statement. That is a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
But Ingenuity's images offer a different vantage point. If they either reinforce that our systems worked as we think they worked, or provide even one data set of engineering information we can use for Mars sample return planning, it will be amazing. He probably didn't sound like that. And if not, the pictures are still phenomenal and inspiring. So that's the back shell right there. The back shell can be seen among a debris field it created after hitting the Martian surface while moving at about 78 miles per hour, or 128 kilometers per hour. But the back shell's protective coating appears to be intact, as are the 80 suspension lines connecting it to the parachute. Wait a minute, what? Oh shit, they are! You can barely see them.
Hey.
The orange and white parachute can be seen, covered in dust. Okay,
Yeah.
sure, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But the canopy doesn't show any damage. It was the biggest parachute used on Mars to date at 70 feet or 70 and a half feet or 21 and a half meters wide. The team will continue to analyze the images to determine if the parachute experienced any changes over the next several years. During Ingenuity's 26th aerial excursion, the chopper flew a total of 1,181 feet, or 360 meters. So far, it has logged 49 minutes of total flight time and traveled 39 miles, or 6.3 kilometers.
3.9 miles.
What'd I say?
39.
Yeah. Oh,
Big
I missed the
difference.
dot. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference. Over
Damn
the
you,
past year.
decibels!
Yeah. To get the shots we needed, Ingenuity did a lot of maneuvering. But we were confident because there was complicated maneuvering on flights 10, 12, and 13, said Havard Grip, chief pilot of Ingenuity at JPL, in a statement. Our landing spot set us up nicely to image an area of interest for the Perseverance science team on Flight 27 near Seta Ridge? I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah,
Perseverance. Yeah. The helicopter and rover have arrived at an ancient river delta where water once flowed into Jezero crater millions of years ago. The imposing delta rises more than 130 feet, or 40 meters, above the crater floor and is riddled with boulders, pockets of sand, and jagged cliffs. And it could be the best place to search for signs of ancient life if it ever existed on Mars. Ingenuity has the crucial task of surveying two dry river channels to see which one Perseverance should use to climb to the top of the delta. It can also share images of features that could become potential science targets for the rover. And that's the entire goddamn article.
Yeah.
Still, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Can't wait till they start bringing stuff back.
Well, that's the next step.
Yep. Only another decade until that starts happening.
Yep.
At least. I say we skip the next article.
Yeah.
We just reset that food counter.
All right.
Sir, you're the one that brought this to attention, so it's only right.
Yeah, I know. Scrolling up to it. A lot of you are going to hate this, and I'm going to derive joy from that.
Yeah. This is the extra pulp portion title.
Coming to us from the Econo Times, Tropicana creates cereal to be mixed specifically with orange juice.
Like, I want to try this. Not because I think it's going to be good.
Crap. Fuck you, Tropicana.
Just because I'm curious.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tropicana will release a cereal specifically intended to mix with orange juice instead of milk in honor of National Orange Juice Day on May 4th. Wait, so
May
they do it on...
can't be National Orange Juice Day, you dumb cunts. Star Wars.
To be honest, no, I'm so fucking done with Star Wars at this point. Let it be Orange Juice Day. I actually enjoy orange juice.
I enjoy orange juice, but just pick a different day. There's already other shit going on that day.
Yeah, that's original trilogy day.
Fair enough. Dubbed the Tropicana Crunch, it is touted as the first ever breakfast cereal created to pair with Tropicana Pure Premium. TropicanaCrunch.com will be the only place to get the odd cereal. Starting on May 4th, the juice company will give away boxes for free while supplies last. Tropicana Crunch is described on the box as a honey almond cereal, and the website claims that it has honey almond clusters. After experimenting with various flavors and textures, Tropicana decided on a granola-based cereal because it can resist the acidity in OJ better than flakes, which would become soggy more rapidly.
Oats with almonds.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is like honey bunches of oats almonds without the flakes, which I can get behind.
Yeah, but mixed with orange juice?
Well, it says here, the honey almond flavor was chosen to counteract the tartness of the orange juice. Tropicana has taken a bold attempt to address some of orange juice's perceived faults for the second time in the last year with the orange juice matching cereal. Tropicana toothpaste was produced last year as a limited edition giveaway of a toothpaste that was specifically designed to keep your orange juice tasting good after brushing your teeth.
Why the fuck would you drink orange juice after brushing your teeth?
Yeah.
Because some people are stupid.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, if somebody were to send me a box, I'd try it.
Oh, I'd absolutely try it. I'd have to get some orange juice, but I'd try it. I sure as fuck wouldn't get Tropicana orange juice, mind you.
Nah.
Nah, Tropicana's a little fucking pricey. I'll just get my Kroger brand.
Yeah, fun fact about orange juice is oranges actually oxidize really quickly and lose all their flavor when they're juiced. And so they actually insert the flavor into all the orange juice.
Well, the only reason orange juice exists as a breakfast drink, or at least is seen as a breakfast drink, is because it was someone who decided, you know what? Instead of losing money on all these oranges we've got, let's try and get people to consume it another way. Let's try several methods.
Yeah, but Jables has a point. Pretty much every orange juice you've ever had, like bought from a store, is made from concentrate.
Yep.
Yeah.
They concentrate it down, and then they add water to it later.
Well, they add. No, it literally loses its flavor. All orange juice that you buy in its liquid form has had like flavor packets added to it. Yeah, if you squeeze yours at home bar, you're getting real orange juice, obviously.
Yeah.
But it doesn't orange juice doesn't ship well. The flavor like almost instantly deteriorates. So they add flavor to it.
Also, all orange juice that you're going to buy from a store is pasteurized.
For reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disturbing, but it's what it is.
I mean, like, I can understand why they would choose honey. Because, like, it's not uncommon to use honey to balance, like, citrus. Like, a lot of people that put lemon in their tea will also put honey in it.
I heard women.
Yeah, that's what I heard that too, but then I was like, oh no, lemon, citrus.
People are fucked.
Yeah.
Where have you been? Of course we are.
I looked up putting orange juice in cereal, and one of the first articles that came up was from Mash.com, and it says you should never have orange juice with your cereal.
Yeah. Barr went to the Bundy School of Tea Preparation.
Yeah. Alright, everybody get your fire extinguishers ready.
Yeah.
Because we have a brand new edition of That Doesn't Go There.
You stole that from me, you asshole.
It's called a collaboration.
No.
Yeah, he gets all
I'm
the
just
credit.
making sure I'm credited. Fuck you.
Collaboration.
I make sure I'm credited.
There you go. Now you're credited.
But yeah, for the squeamish in the audience, this one's gonna hurt.
Are you ready, Jables?
Yeah, I'm ready. Car washer killed after colleague inserts high pressure hose into his rectum.
It's not a good way to go.
The man's family believed the incident was a hate crime sparked by an argument over the practice of animal sacrifice.
What? Hold on.
That's the timeline of the article.
What the fuck?
Oh no. Oh shit. Hold on. No, the Independent isn't showing me everything. Motherfucker. Hold on.
Do I have to read this one?
If you can see the entire article, yeah.
Yeah. Just click the I'll do it later. Or I'll try later or something.
Oh. Oh, cool. I didn't see the button. Alright. That's how they get you. A man died after having a high-pressure hose inserted into his rectum in what his family believed was a hate crime. Jacob Sheikh, 48, died last month when a colleague allegedly inserted the instrument, which is used to clean cars, according to the Indian Express. The incident happened at the Toyota Shinrai showroom in Cotton Green, a commercial and residential area in Mumbai, where Mr. Sheikh, a Muslim, worked. His colleague, Santosh Aherkar, I'm pronouncing all these wrong, but whatever. Cats. Has been arrested and charged with murder. But while the state's police and Toyota reportedly believe that the death was an accident, Mr. Sheikh's family do not agree that it was a mere prank. At a press conference this week, the victim's family said they believed Mr. Sheikh and Mr. Aherkar had argued about the practice of animal sacrifice. His brother said he believed Mr. Aherkar allegedly told Mr. Sheikh, "You had mutton. We will take out your mutton now." What? We just want justice because we simply cannot believe this is the work of just one man, his daughter added. Wow, terribly. Translated article.
You had Muddin. We will take out your Muddin now. Dude, that's, for one, that's not how enemas work.
For two, that's not how animal sacrifice works.
Yeah.
Unless they're talking about him like just eating meat in general, and calling that animal sacrifice.
In which case we have a crazed vegan, but
yeah.
Which, crazed vegans are not as uncommon as you think.
Yeah, they're a dime a dozen.
Jackass Mumbai canceled.
Local NGOs have formed a fact-finding committee to investigate the death. Susan Abraham of the Committee for Protection of Democratic Rights alleged if our car approached Jacob with a running pressure hose, the noise would have alerted Jacob. We suspect he was pinned down by some people while our car inserted the pipe. Devin Barty, Joint Commissioner of Police, Law and Order, said the investigation into the case is still going on. If anyone has new facts to share, they should feel free to approach the investigating officer. Their statements will be recorded and appropriate action will be taken. Yeah. Somebody got a high-pressure hose shoved up their ass and then, fire extinguisher themselves.
Yeah. Like, I'm kind of leaning with, like, the investigation and, like, the family's version of it, because, like, I'm sorry, but it would take an incredibly rare and precise set of circumstances to accidentally get a high-pressure hose up your ass.
It's not unheard of.
Yeah.
I said, not impossible, but highly specific and highly unlikely.
I don't know. It was Mumbai. I don't know what goes on there. I'm American.
But yeah, like, that is a very cruel and sadistic way to kill somebody.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be one article where he just sort of like put it up and just sort of tried to pull the trigger real quick, you know?
God damn.
Poking a pole.
God damn, Bar.
Smoking a sausage?
Yeah. You know how like when you knee your friend in the butthole? Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which of the two do you want to cover, sir? This next one or the one after it?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with the New York Post one.
Okay.
Alright.
Now it's time for all of us to feel better about ourselves.
Hold on. Because there's one that we added, remember? Wisconsin couple electrocuted while using dangerous art method popular on social media. 2 people found dead in Marathon County, Wisconsin, earlier this month were accidentally electrocuted, according to sheriff's officials. Sheriff's Deputy Chad Bileb. That's almost a palindrome. Said 44-year-old Tanya Rodriguez and 54-year-old James Carlfee, whatever, were electrocuted while they were creating art using a dangerous method called fractal wood burning. The process uses high voltage electricity to create designs in wood and has gained popularity on social media sites like TikTok. Proof that TikTok kills people.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use a fucking arc welder for wood burning. What's the worst that could happen?
During a news conference Thursday, officials said the equipment used for fractal burning caused the electrocutions and started a fire in the garage where the 2 were found, which spread to the rest of the house April 6th. An investigation found that Rodriguez and Carlfee had died prior to the fire. Small victories, I guess. I mean, both suck. Either way, like if you're stuck in a fire, it's gonna hurt till you die. But the same's true for electrocution.
Yeah.
It'll not only kill you, it'll hurt the whole time it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Electrocution tends to be a bit faster than suffocation, though.
Oh, it depends. It really depends.
Yeah.
Depends on if it's going across the heart, going across the brain. You could have
factors when it comes to electrocution.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fuck around with electricity, kids.
Yeah, that's my job. Quite literally.
Terrifyingly enough.
Well, Bar, there are ways to properly do it. These people, from the sounds of it so far, sounds like they just hooked up a car battery to a plank of wood.
Crab. Getting shot sucks. And people that are killed by firing squad don't always die immediately.
Yeah, firing squads are more for the people doing the execution and not the executee.
So yeah, I wouldn't say a firing squad is necessarily more ethical.
Crab, firing squad by definition is not one shot, one kill.
Actually, well, I mean, it depends on how you do it. Sometimes what you do is 1 bullet, 3 people. Sometimes you do 2 bullets, 3 people.
Yeah.
So it could be 1 shot. But
I would tell everybody there's only 1 bullet and then give them all bullets.
Well, the whole reason for it is because everyone has that plausible deniability that they were not the one with the bullet in the chamber.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It's more to preserve the people's doing its psych.
Yeah, and so that they could be like, oh no, I could tell mine was the bullet.
Also, we have 3 people in the waiting room? What?
Yeah, we do.
Anal beads.
One of them is Apfel, who I don't think I've ever seen in the waiting room before.
Who we should bring on for the article after this one.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Anyway, the sheriff's office received assistance from the Wisconsin Division of Criminal Investigations, State Fire Marshal, and the Marathon County District Attorney's Office. At least 33 people have died as a result of fractal burning. Only 33? According to the American Association of Wood Turners.
What amount of time?
Yeah.
In the last month, that's a lot. In the last 5 years, not a lot.
Even in the last month, that depends on how many people per incident.
Yeah.
Because if you've got like 6 people, yeah, if you've got 6 people being stupid in the same space and they all get hit, yeah, that's a situation where it's like, yeah, that's gonna bump up those numbers.
Hello, this is our TED Talk about statistic manipulation.
In 2017, the AAW Safety Committee issued a ban against fractal burning after a woodworker in Washington State was reportedly killed while attempting to use the technique. And that is the end of the article.
It's really moist here, more likely to get electrocuted. Get it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, I'm going to bring Apfel on for this next article.
Yeah, let's get him comfortable and then we'll expose him to this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yup.
Apfel.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alright. He's uncomfortable as fuck. Let's move forward.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier before we got to people electrocuting themselves with their own stupidity and TikTok, time to feel a little better about ourselves. Coming to us from the New York Post, fictosexual man married hologram bride but now struggles to bond with her. She's not real, but his feelings are.
Yeah.
A fictosexual man who wed a fictional computer-synthesized pop singer 4 years ago said he's now unable to communicate with his wife but is still in love with her.
No shit.
Akihiko Kondo, 38, was dating Hatsune Miku, depicted in pop culture as a 16-year-old with turquoise hair.
All right.
Warning signs.
Yeah. I don't
For
like this.
For a decade before they had an unofficial wedding ceremony in 2018, Kondo, one of many who identifies as fictosexual or someone who is sexually attracted to fictional characters, spent 2 million yen, or about $17,300, on the nuptials, but his family did not attend. I wonder why.
Yeah, your family doesn't like you and your fictosexual nonsense.
Now
I
married
wouldn't
for 4
attend
years.
that wedding. Fuck no.
Yeah, there's a certain level of awkward that I can't abide by.
I wonder if he had a destination wedding.
No
Definitely
idea.
not going.
It happened in VR.
Also, this photograph is just depressing. Now married for 4 years, Kondo, 38, said his relationship has hit a roadblock. He can no longer speak with Miku due to a technological hurdle, according to Japanese newspaper Mainichi. While Kondo acknowledges his relationship might be odd, well, at least you're self-aware to an extent, he understands Miku isn't a real person. It doesn't change his feelings for her. Since falling in love with her in 2008, Kondo was finally able to interact with Miku for the first time in 2017 thanks to a Gatebox, a $1,300 machine that allows device owners to interact with characters via holograms and even unofficially marry them. But now, his 4-year marriage took a turn when support for Gatebox software was eliminated, meaning that Kondo could no longer speak with his wife Miku, according to NewsHub.
Oh, that's actually kind of sad. It's like,
The
we're no
lonely
longer
man
updating
is
the
even
system.
more lonely now.
Kondo
program
insists
failed
it
you.
hasn't lessened his feelings. My love for Miku hasn't changed, he told Mainichi, which noted he now carried around a life-size version of Miku. I held the wedding ceremony because I thought I could be with her forever. Oh, man.
That is the face of a defeated man.
Yeah. Kondo is far from the only person in the world in a relationship with a character. Thousands of fictosexual people in Japan have begun similar unofficial relationships with a variety of fictitious figures, the Mirror reported. Hence why Japan is facing a birth crisis right now.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Also, it might be due to their extremely repressive cultural views on sex, but that's a whole other topic. While some relationships are just for kicks, Kondo's is to him very real. For a long time, he said he knew a human partner just wasn't for him due to his intense attraction to characters like Miku, a popular figure in anime and Japanese culture. Created as a synthesized voice using Yamaha Vocaloid technology, Miku entered mainstream media as a human but fictionalized character in manga, anime series, and video games. Eventually, she became prominent enough to tour with the likes of Lady Gaga on her 2014 Art Pop Ball tour. Yeah, Vocaloid is hugely popular in Japan and Korea, too. But Miku isn't just famous. She also helped Kondo with his depression. Kondo first became familiar with Miku in 2008 after bullying at work caused him to become depressed. Despite finding it difficult to accept his feelings at first, he knew humans weren't right for him after being met with rejection by others. Man, this story just keeps getting more sad.
Like I said, this is the face of a defeated man. I mean, this right here, he looks happy, but he looks fucking awful.
I stayed in my rooms for 24 hours a day and watched videos of Miku the whole time, he told Minichi.
You know, can we get somebody to take up the support for Gearbox for this dude?
In 2017, his relationship blossomed with Miku thanks to Gatebox. The machine gave Kondo
Gatebox.
the chance to propose to Miku, and he invited his family and coworkers to the ceremony, but none of them came. But 39 people did attend, including strangers and online friends, some of whom who are also fictosexual.
Well,
Because that's the type of reception you want.
A bunch of neckbeards and and shut-ins who talk about diddling holographic characters.
Yeah.
There are two reasons why I had a wedding publicly, he told BBC at the time. The first one is to prove my love to Miku. The second one is there are many young otaku people like me falling in love with anime characters. I want to show the world that I support them. I don't know if that's entirely healthy, my guy, but you do you.
Is any of this healthy? Like, this guy is a sad sack of just depression. Of course none of this is healthy.
Obviously, you know, like, it's good to have coping mechanisms, but...
You've been silent this entire time.
Yeah, any thoughts on this, Apfel?
I mean, it's all been said, practically. I'm wondering why you thought I should be on for this article in particular, though, Jables.
I don't know. Just a thought. You'll like the next one, too.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit weird, but not hurting anyone, so what do I care?
Wow, you're so up.
Yeah, it's really, it's just a sad reflection of, like, current cultural crises going on in Japan.
Yeah.
Life goes on except for this guy. Depression returns for him.
It wasn't my idea, Bar. If you feel like livening the place up, you always have the guest role.
Yeah, I thought Apfel wasn't going to be so sad.
Sorry, I just got out of the hospital like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry
shit.
about that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down.
No,
Don't worry about
It wasn't already down.
No, that article was also just extra sad. So don't worry.
Yeah.
We had a whole conversation with Pavros about his depression at the end of one of our shows recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, depression is a bitch.
Yes. Yes, it is.
No holographic waifu will ever properly fix it.
No.
Well,
but, like, getting out is really difficult, you know. Like, even if you take all the proper steps, you take your medication, you do your therapy, it's still hard. So a coping mechanism like this, if it keeps him alive, it's good, eh?
Yeah.
in light of this, so I think we should move on to some fuckery.
Yeah, this one was depressing and sad, and he is a depressing man. This next one, Jables, are you ready?
Yeah.
The only reason you'd choose masturbation over real life is because you can't convince any woman to fuck you, Crab.
Yeah, you've been thirsty for oh shit, I can't remember her name. Kimmy. You've been thirsty for Kimmy for a while.
Why did I remember that? I'm barely involved with the community.
I started writing a whole bot that was named Uncreep Crab.
We're ready for you, Jables.
Sorry, you guys just kept talking. So, feline fine. A woman marries cat, so it can't be evicted by landlords. A woman has married her cat in a bid to stop landlords from forcing her to give up the pet. Deborah Hodge, 49, says she has already been made to rehome 3 animals over the years by landlords who don't allow pets in their properties. Terrified of losing her precious cat, India, why do you keep getting pets?
Yeah, why do you keep getting pets in locations that you can't have pets?
This seems like a self-generated problem.
I have no sympathy. I have sympathy for the previous guy. It's sad. It's kind of
lonely, socially
very
awkward.
mental health oriented. It's fucking weird, and I'll make fun of it, but I actually have sympathy for him. You lady, you and I don't give a fuck about. Oh, but that looks like my cat.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, rather than like going and like taking the effort to find a place that can accommodate both you and your cat, you just like move into whatever place that you feel like. It's just like, oh, like no pets? Well, fuck the owners.
Yeah.
You know, like, you do realize, as a renter, it's not yours, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's Anyways, Deborah Hodge, 49, says she has already been made to rehome 3 animals over the years by landlords who don't allow pets on their properties. Terrified of losing her precious cat, India, the mother of 2, has now legally married her feline friend. Oh, great. Step parent kitty.
Also, you've rehomed 3 animals. You've given up 3 animals over the years because you wouldn't find a place that would allow animals.
Yeah. Decked out in a tuxedo, the single Hodge and her cat were wed April 19th in a civil ceremony presided over by a legally ordained pal.
Yeah, you couldn't get someone to do that ceremony unless they were your friend.
I don't know, I'd do it.
Yeah, Jables, you're the exception though. You do it for the meme.
Yeah.
Honestly though, what makes this cat so special?
I don't know. The 5-year-old India, who was draped in gold lame for the special day, meowed her way through her vows as Hodge's friends watched on in a park in southeast London. Okay.
Fucking UK.
Hodge now hopes their commitment will show landlords just how important it is for them to stay together.
Okay.
Honestly, at that point, I'd evict her.
Here's the problem, though, with all of this. And I understand, you know, like sometimes, you know, like your circumstances, you can't really have much of a choice of, you know, like where you're going to live, you know, based on, you know, budget, you know, like travel to job site, availability to schools, things like that. I understand all of those things. But the fact of the matter is that you keep bringing pets into situations where you know that you can't have pets.
Yeah, that's on you.
You're the fuck up here.
And you're making these poor animals suffer.
Yeah, it's not fair to the cat.
Yeah, now India has to suffer because you forced her into a marriage ceremony that, even if it were, let's just assume for 1 second that the legality meant that the cat actually is married to you in law and not just in your fucked up head.
Yeah, it's like, you know, what fucking civil servant outside of a fucking lunatic is going to actually recognize your marital status to a cat?
Yeah, you're married in ceremony only, essentially.
Yeah, there is no legal basis for this. The landlord can still be like, get rid of the cat or get the fuck out. You've changed nothing. You've just made an ass of yourself.
Yeah, I had nothing to lose and everything to gain, so I married my cat. I recited vows under the universe that no man will
Nothing to
ever tear
lose, huh?
myself and India apart.
Nothing to lose. I guess dignity is meaningless to you.
Yeah. Well, she recited her vows under the universe that no man will ever tear herself and India apart.
Then again, like, you did get in a marriage ceremony to your cat, so I guess dignity was off the table a long time ago.
I set out my intention that I would never be separated from the animal I adore. I can't be without India. She is truly a sensation. She is so friendly and amazing.
That's
She
a
is
good
truly
point,
a
Pavros.
sensation.
That's a good point, Pavros. Why not apply to have her registered as an emotional support animal?
Yeah. Because that would actually be a legally binding thing, and they couldn't fuck with you with that.
Because that doesn't get news attention. This way she gets news attention for marrying the cat, and then when the cat is kicked out nonetheless, she gets more news attention for being a fucking idiot.
Also, probably that process costs money that she didn't want to pay.
Yeah,
she paid for a fucking wedding.
Point about consummating the marriage.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, for all you know, how India licks is what really got the ball rolling.
Fuck. Well, that's a mental image.
She is fundamentally the most important thing in my life after my children. By marrying India, I need any future landlords to know that we come as a package. And we cannot be separated under any circumstances, as she is important to me as the children. Okay.
Yay, the streets call.
Landlords aren't gonna give a shit. If they don't want a cat on their property, they're not gonna have a cat on their property.
Also, I think it's cats are pretty simple and not as messy, but I understand like large dogs and shit, but I don't understand people being against cats necessarily.
My old landlord was against outdoor cats. Until we ended up having a rat problem during the pandemic. And then near the end, within a couple months of us getting ready to move out, he was like, "Yeah, you can have a cat that goes indoor outdoor now." And we knew that we were looking for a house, so we're like, "Yeah, cool." Looking out at that street, that would have been a mistake because we would have been picking up the cat off the tarmac, not tarmac, off the asphalt.
Yeah.
With a shovel.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how busy the road is, cats can usually handle it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. I refuse to be parted with her. I'd rather live on the streets than be without her. While living in a... You have 2 kids, lady.
Yeah, you have 2 fucking children that you're responsible for.
Yeah. While living in a previous property, Hodge claimed she was forced to give up her 2 huskies, Siri and Starshine, after her landlord threatened her with eviction if she kept them. Understandable. Large dogs and huskies are noisy as shit.
They're also extremely high energy, and if they get bored, they can be extremely destructive.
Yeah, they can be extremely destructive, and they'll just start making noises for no reason. Not even necessarily barks. They'll just start doing weird howls and like singing and shit like that.
Yeah, like
I guarantee
my dog,
you,
Xander, he's part husky. Like, he's not even full husky. He's just like half, and he's a talkative little shit.
Yeah, and then moving to her current home 5 years ago, she was devastated when her new landlord supposedly instructed her to give up her cat, Jamal, or be evicted. So in her current residence, they told her not to have a cat, so she got rid of that cat, and then she got another one, and then married it.
I guarantee you this lady, knowing full well what the rules are, I mean, obviously in this case she did, but knowing full well what the rules are, gets these pets, and then is forced to part with them because she's fucking not following the goddamn rules of the flat.
Yeah, she tries to keep secret from the landlord or something, and then landlord finds out and it's like, hey.
It's like, why is this litter box here?
Oh, wait, hold on. Desperately missing having a furry friend in her life, Hodge begged to be allowed to have another cat. And after countless emails, her landlord relented. Okay, so after she had some emails with the landlord was like, fine, have a cat.
Yeah, after you badgered them into it.
Which is that's whatever. If the landlord,
you know what I bet?
The landlord relents. That I don't see any problem with that.
Well, you know what I bet?
It's just a bit that the landlord relented. So this entire ceremony was pointless.
Yeah.
On top of that, I guarantee you this was harassment to the point that the landlord's like, fuck it, get a cat, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Wait, here it is. Sadly, Hodge lost her job as a life coach on March 17th.
What the fuck? Who the fuck would employ this woman?
If she cannot meet her next rate payment due May 1st. That's what it is. Is there a GoFundMe tied to this?
Yeah, also, my profession is life coach.
So instead of paying rent, she paid for a fucking wedding to her cat.
Yeah. If you lose your job, as a life coach in March, middle of March, and you have problems making rent in May, you're a bad life coach.
Yeah, it seems like you don't have your shit together.
Yeah. You should have more money than that saved up.
I mean, like, what was your life coach process? Just, like, quoting things from Chicken Soup for the Soul?
Also, how do you lose a job as a life coach? Kind of a self-employment thing.
Yeah, like, who the fuck, like, who is employing life coaches?
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta look this up.
This is the story that just keeps on giving right now.
It's great in the worst way ever. I hate it. Man, I want to know who the fuck was employing her.
Oh, you can work for a company. Yeah. Like the YMCA and the YWCA hire life coaches.
What are the qualifications, though?
Be a crazy cat lady?
Yeah, I don't know, but some of them you can just telecommute. So that's cool.
You are loved. You are valuable.
I need to get into that kick then. Like, hey, get off your fucking ass and do something with your life!
Yeah, well, the one for the YWCA is specifically like a shelter life coach. So it's like, hey, you're going through rough times. Here's how to fill out applications. Here's how to do blank. Here's how to get access to social services. That's probably what that is.
I wonder how much you get paid as a life coach. Maybe I need to stop being an electrician and start being a life coach and just tell people they're fucked up and get paid hundreds of dollars for it per day or something.
Well, I'm on Indeed. The shelter life coach for the YWCA is $23 an hour.
Damn.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I get 3 times that.
For me, that wouldn't be too bad.
I want Bar to be to get paid to be a demotivational speaker too, Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could just get paid to yell at people. That'd be great.
Where the fuck are you spending your money? Stop spending your money! You got bills! Why are you paying for weed while you got bills?
Yeah, there's...
Cocaine ain't gonna help you find a job! Especially if you use it...
button!
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, shocker, right, Pav? It's not like that happens too often.
Yeah. I haven't seen many life couches that can keep their lives together either, Pav.
Yeah.
Mainly because they're inanimate objects.
Okay. So a lot of these life coaches work hand in hand with like naturopathic wellness centers.
Oh, so she's a quack.
That's where I'm finding other things.
That explains the cat marriage. It's naturopathic or some shit.
Yeah.
I bet you want to bet she believes in crystals too.
It's medical telepathy, I promise.
Yeah, but you can also get jobs with like health insurance companies to tell people how to like change their lives.
Oh, another scam.
Yeah, to keep their health insurance down. Vocational centers that help people gain skills to enter the workforce. Nursing care facilities where seniors want to make life changes. Yeah.
Man, where the place where the money is for life coaches is in Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, I'm getting all this information on naturalhealers.com.
A trusted source for information.
My life coach told me I need to spend more time with the crystals, so that's why I'm here at the naturopath store. Do you think that's why, do you think that's why, oh fuck, what's her name? Gwyneth Paltrow made the jade egg?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Why did you have to bring that up?
You mean her entire website goop?
The vagina candle?
That's a terrible acronym!
Yeah. Nobody said she wasn't crazy.
Oh yeah, that... I don't know, it's like... Which one's crazier at this point, her or Amber?
I was just thinking
that bitch is crazy.
Different kinds of crazy?
Yeah, Gwyneth's more of a benign kind of crazy.
Yeah,
as
just
long
a
as you
fucking
don't
weird
take
one.
her seriously.
Yeah, as long as you don't follow her advice, which she's not qualified to give, you'll be fine.
Yeah, she's benign as
is a
long as you
fucking
don't believe what she's
psycho.
saying. Amber will take a shit on your bed and then beat the fuck out of you and then blame you over the domestic abuse that she's doing to you and say it's you doing it to her.
Yeah.
I'm holding no punches
psycho.
on that one.
Which, by the way, I've been following the whole trial. Shit's fucking wild. I can't wait till because we're still on all of Johnny Depp's witnesses and shit like that. We haven't even gotten into Amber Heard
Yeah, and just like the amount of times already that I've seen where he's just kind of broken down laughing in the courtroom.
Oh yeah.
Or don't forget all the times that Amber Heard's lawyers have brought up information that is directly directly not beneficial to her case. In fact, it's detrimental.
Yeah, they brought up a deposition with one of the cops, one of the recorded depositions, and one of Amber Heard's lawyers asked the cop, "So did you give Miss Heard a pamphlet with education about domestic violence?" And the cop was like, "No." Lawyer asked, "Why not?" "Because we only give those to people who are victims of domestic violence." And then they quickly cut the tape right after that. And then Johnny Depp's lawyers are like, "Excuse me, Judge, could we get that clip admitted into evidence under such and such?"
It's like, wow. You really sprung for that legal team there, Amber.
One of Amber Heard's lawyers called objection on himself for a question he asked.
Yeah.
And then gave up on himself. Like, you could just see him deflate. Oh, yeah. Also, all the times the cops were on, they asked, does this look like, red mark look like the result of injury? Does this one? And every time, every cop was like, no, that doesn't look like it's the result of an injury. No, not the result of an injury. No, not the result of an injury.
Yeah, I go watch some compilations of, like, her lawyers being idiots. Because they even did the whole blunder of, at the very start of the trial, they were just objecting to everything. And then Johnny Depp's lawyers started to do the same thing because, somebody else set the tone. And they were like, can we stop wasting the court's time with all these objections? Like,
oh!
You guys started it, you dumb fucks.
We should stop wasting time, should we? Pot!
Yeah, they've started. Amber's team has started to object to everything again. Johnny's team should really start doing that again. Oh, I object. Can we stop this now?
Yeah.
But also, the judge is sustaining a large number of them that probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's a clown show.
Yeah, Pav, you got that right. The paper doesn't, it's not the paper on trial, it's Amber Heard that's on trial, so it's a very different issue. And it's just getting worse and worse as it goes on. They had
Amber.
Psychologist. Yeah.
Oh God, Dr. Mommy.
That was one. Yeah, and they were asking her, so somebody that was falsely accused of domestic violence would be feeling this, and just describe Johnny Depp and all the shit he's been going through for the past couple years. And the doctor's like, yeah, they would be experiencing that. Yep.
Or
I don't know what's going on with her legal team. It's ridiculous. I don't understand this.
Amazing to watch.
Why are her lawyers so bad?
Why are they so inept? Like, at one point, they're trying to put the case forward to say, oh, isn't it likely that the person, the person who is committing the domestic abuse would be the one to claim that they're the one being abused? And the Dr. Mommy is
like, 90% of the time, that's women that do that.
I don't think she said 90%, but most of the time, that's women. Yeah. It's like, you made the case against your own fucking client. Oh, diagnosing Amber Heard with basically a form of narcissism. Hysteresis, histrionic personality disorder. Yeah. And one of the symptoms is
also Deana's here.
Imitating people who are charismatic, and the next day she comes in looking like Dr. Mommy. Oh god, the train wreck is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make a comment on that because this case drives me crazy. Like, I followed the case that Johnny had against, what was it? The Star? Something like that, a British paper, where a lot of the stuff that's being brought up was part of that case too. Because it's all interlinked. But the thing that I found interesting about this case is that, and I'm kind of hoping that there isn't a necessarily a whole bunch of wars of like senseless objection, and her lawyers doing that, like objecting over every little thing and basically wasting the court's time, is so dumb because there is a time limit. Like the judge said at the beginning of the trial, they're like, you've got from this time to this time to present all of your stuff, period.
Yeah.
So for them to like, for lawyers to like, you know, for her lawyers to like object over everything is just a waste of time, and will basically probably make it where they don't really get to
Yeah, they may have to put Amber Heard on there.
Oh my god, I hope she has to get on this.
She has to take the stand. She loses 100% if she doesn't stand.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. They may only have enough time for Amber.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an absolute fucking train wreck.
Yeah, they accuse other people of wasting the court's time, but they object to everything. They take forever looking for specific documents when they're in the middle of cross-examining like a witness or some shit.
Yesterday, they tried to call something that was supposedly call up a portion of a video that was supposedly entered into evidence, but it hadn't been entered into evidence yet, but it had been in the Sun case.
Yeah.
This is just like Amber Heard has more money than I would think. Like, isn't she supposed to have money? Like,
allegedly.
I would be so pissed with the way, unless this is some ploy that her lawyers are doing so that she has some basis for appeal. You know, like my lawyers were incompetent, and like if I were a judge hearing that, I would be like, "And you didn't notice that on day one? How?" Because everybody else noticed.
You went all 2 weeks with that incompetent fucking
it's like
train wreck.
It's like at no point did you fire these fuckers.
Johnny Depp's team is hilarious because if you look at their table, they just got like a bunch of like M&Ms and Skittles and stuff just sort of scattered around the table, and they're just sort of munching on them as it goes. They're just giving each other fist bumps and laughing and elbowing each other, having a good old time. It's a slam dunk because it was a pretty slam dunk case to begin with, and then seeing the incompetency of Amber Heard's lawyers, it's just like, we got it. We're good. I'm not worried about a thing.
Yeah, Amber Heard's lawyers are a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Said really
if you guys get a chance, go and check out some highlights.
Really sprung for these guys, didn't you?
Yeah, what gets me is like it's like from the very beginning. I think the thing that one of her lawyers, the female lawyer, is going to be remembered for the rest of her life is the Amica cream. Yeah. Do you know if she on her Amica cream? It's like that's not what that is. And then the makeup. Oh, everybody. Okay, so I watched some of the highlight videos and stuff, but something that people are saying is that they're really hoping that like Amber, when she that she is directed to show how she covers up a bruise. Although that's going to be hard because unless she's willing to like have somebody punch her in the face, which would be funny.
Okay. All I'm imagining now, Dina, all I'm imagining now is if we could get Johnny Depp to come up here and punch Amber Heard in the face.
Right. Oh god. But like it would be that is funny. But I'm sure that there are other people on this planet that would be more than happy. Like, can we get Mike Tyson? That'd be cool. Wait, no, he's got enough problems already. Which is
including
also
domestic violence.
right. Well, like, but his thing with have you guys seen the video that's going around with Mike Tyson, the dude that like was like
was annoying
being
the shit out of him
dumb?
and threw a water bottle at
Yeah.
him, so he leaned over the back of his chair and punched him.
Yeah, and like no flight attendant to be found anywhere.
It's Mike fucking Tyson. You
Yeah,
gonna stop him?
Oh, but like my whole point is like there wasn't even a freaking flight attendant stopping dumb guy, you know?
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, maybe they were setting like they're going, okay, this is a case of play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
It was.
I mean, like,
it was like right
there's-
before takeoff or right before.
Sadly, Deana, I can understand like flight attendant hesitancy because, like, in the last couple of years, like attacks on flight attendants have skyrocketed.
Have you just like okay? Is it just me, or does it seem like in the last decade or so, people are just like far more willing to just punch people for no good reason? Like,
Sounds about right.
And
Yeah.
everybody was. That's yeah. It's everybody was isolated for so long. Nobody knows how to act in public.
No, it's not. No, it happened before that, hun. It was going on before. No, it was going on before the lockdown.
No.
I am sorry. I'm not saying like to the degree that it is now, but I'm saying that it was like becoming a problem because I just remember the like. Okay, and I'm not trying to rehash any kind of political stuff, so don't take it this way. But like during some of the what do you call them? The protests and stuff during the what was it?
That's different. Those are already charged.
I know those are different.
No,
but
Jables.
let me-
Listen
I
to
just-
the tits. The tits don't lie. That's why we should all listen and believe to Amber Heard.
No, don't believe Amber Heard. Her tits are probably fake
You know,
anyway.
like, I do agree with Deana to an extent. Like, there are a lot of clearly emotionally stunted people out there.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I'm just saying, like, I remember growing up and like just smacking somebody because they disagreed with you, or you know, like somebody had to like actually do something for you to be willing to like hit them or be violent towards them.
Or they had to be a close friend.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like, it just, but for people like actually wanting to hit people and do them harm has like, that has really escalated in the last decade, in my opinion. And I find it so weird. And I'm not talking just like domestic violence. Like, I'm talking about people that don't, you know, like somebody says a thing in public and another person's like, oh no you didn't, and like just, and then a fight breaks out and Chuck E. fucking cheese, you know, like I don't know, like just weird stuff, like people just thinking it's okay to like solve an issue with violence instead of, I don't know, your words, you know. Anyway,
You know what caused it? You know what caused it?
What caused it?
Twitter.
I actually, when you said that, and like you're like, you know what caused it, and I'm like, what? And then like my brain went, it's Twitter. The answer is Twitter. Twitter is cancer. But anyway, I bet really quick because I'm on here, and before I forget, hi Apfel. You're being very quiet. I'm very happy to see you.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't have much to say on the topic. I'm not at all up to date on that.
Don't
It's
worry.
okay.
Rakita Law has all of it on his channel. If you really want to catch up, there's what, 2 weeks worth of trial?
It's just like, I wish people would just, you know, we could all just come together and go, domestic violence is bad, okay? It doesn't matter which side, you know, which side of the relationship does it. Just like putting your hands on your significant other is bad. period. And I feel bad for Johnny Depp in
Stop
that.
being a shitty person.
Yeah. She's a mom now. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that until yesterday. I didn't know she has a kid. She has a kid. A baby.
Amber Heard has...
There's a lot of people that have kids that don't deserve them.
Amber Heard has spawned.
Yeah.
With Johnny or with someone else?
With someone else.
Go, Johnny, dodge that fucking bullet.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, but literally, it's a baby. It's currently is I think probably under a year old. I think. I don't know. I just found out she had a kid. That she's got a daughter. There was I saw it because somebody was like, is Amber Heard's daughter Elon Musk's kid? And I'm like, what? Yeah. Yes, I got caught by that. I'm like, I was more shocked that Amber Heard had a kid than hearing about the possibility of it being Elon Musk's kid.
Well, to be fair, Elon Musk has something like 7 or 8 kids spread across 3 or 4 countries.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying, that wasn't the shocking part. The shocking part was Amber Heard actually has a kid, is what I found alarming.
Yeah, I don't blame him, Cats. I would have dumped that pretty quick based on what we're hearing in the trial.
Who he?
Bam!
Sorry. Are you talking to Elon?
What?
Yeah.
Who's the...
Elon... Yeah, no, they said apparently there's pictures of Amber Heard and Elon Musk being out, and freaking Elon's got a bruise on his face. So that calls into question. They're like, where'd that bruise come from?
You know what? I do have to take it back. I do believe all women. I definitely believe the recording where Amber Heard specifically said that she hit Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't have to believe her all the time, just when it matters.
Yeah, not only admitted to hitting him, but calling him a bitch over it.
Yeah. I didn't give you a proper smack. I didn't do a full wind up and punch. I was just hitting you.
Right. Yeah, and it's like, what the hell?
Are you retarded?
Something.
It was just a woman hitting a man. That's nowhere near as bad as a man hitting a woman.
Like I said, she's an entitled bitch.
All right, let me put it
long and short of it.
Let me put it this way. When I was active duty, one of the sergeants I had would have other Marines come over to be witnesses, and not really bodyguards, mostly witnesses, and kind of that, hey, people are watching sort of situation, because his wife would hit him. And so anytime she'd come over to visit, he'd invite someone else to be there too.
Yeah. My dad had a friend who was in a situation, every time his wife would start to get abusive, he would just walk directly out the front door and stand in the yard and let her be abusive there so neighbors could see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so that it was clear that it wasn't him.
Right, but what gets me is how many people really honestly don't care that a dude is being abused by a female.
It's mostly
like
people who don't realize that it goes both ways, and they're usually the kind of person who thinks, well, it's a man, a woman can't hurt a man.
Yeah, what, you're a man, you can stand up for yourself.
Okay, I have
a lot of that.
Well, first off, you're a man, you can stand up for yourself, but also, if they do stand up for themselves, why the hell would you hit a woman? Why would you harm a woman?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's like...
Catch 22, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Well, I said, I think I've told this before, I've said this to people in the past, it's been told to me in the past that if you think you're man enough to hit a man, then you're man enough to get hit back. And they're like, who the fuck told you that? I'm like, my mother.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had an issue with my oldest sister. She would just fucking deck the shit out of me because I was raised to never hit a woman. And so I never hit her back. And then one day I came up and I had this like welt on my face from where my sister smacked me. And my mom was like, okay, she hits you again, hit her back. And then my sister did it once, I beat the shit out of her. And then it never happened again. She was like 5 years older than me too at the time. Like this was when I was like 4.
I raised my daughter, telling her, my dad is the one that told me this growing up. My dad raised me, and he says no man should ever put his hands on you. He says, but if you hit a man like a man, expect to get hit back like a man. And that's just what my dad always told me. And my dad was the kind of guy that if some dude had put his hands on me, I could have just gone, Dad, this happened, and my dad would have gone and beat the shit out of him. But had I hit the guy, me, like had I started it for no reason, my dad would have been like, what did I tell you, sweetie? But so I was just raised to always have that thought of like, if I hit this guy first, he's gonna hit me back, and I'm gonna like deserve it. Now this is, and I don't. And I get called out so much for saying that because people go, oh, so you're saying women deserve to be hit? No. But if you hit somebody, anybody, if you're the aggressor and they hit you back, why would you not expect that? Do you know what I mean?
There's a reason the kid argument, he hit me back first. It's funny, but it's also really dumb.
Yeah.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say about it.
Like my personal view on it is like I live with the you get one doctrine.
Yeah.
You get one. Yeah.
Like if you hit me and I start to walk away and then you proceed to try and continue beating on me, I'm gonna fucking punch you, bitch.
Yeah. And I've seen videos of dudes trying to do exactly that. Like some chick is just like mad at them and hits them, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm going away now. And they start to walk away, and then
the chick runs in front of the doorway. And
No. I saw a video where a chick was like right behind the guy, calling him a pussy and a bitch, and kept hitting him on the back. And then, like, when he wouldn't stop and engage with her, then she ran around in front of him, and they're walking down a hallway in a hotel. It's so dumb. But, like, she ran around in front of him, and she goes, yeah, you can't hit me. And she pulled back and hit him closed fist right in the face. And that's when you'd had enough. And, like, I can't remember if he shoved her. He might have hit her, but she landed on her butt. She wasn't out cold or anything. And then she was like, oh my God, and started acting like a victim. I'm just like,
instant tears.
Yeah. She's like, I can't believe you hit me. And I'm like, I can't believe he waited so long.
It's like, oh wow, actions have consequences.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a couple comedians that they have similar bits, but it's like men don't act up in comedy clubs because they grow up with the risk of being punched by another dude. Women, you need to start hitting other women when they start acting up. That's really
also, like, the other addendum is it's like the other exception is if you come at me with a weapon, I'm making you shit your teeth.
All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Nick will be doing a show later. His alarm didn't go off or whatever, but he's setting up the show right now. He's going to start it in a little bit, so be sure to tune in for that.
We are at our cutoff time.
Yes, we are at our cutoff time. So thank you everybody for joining us. I hope to see you over on the Laughing Scoundrel, which should be starting within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Everybody have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Late
night.
See you next Friday.